Okay, Carmelia, the Gen Zers are always coming up with clever names for things. I bet new dating trends are no exception. So please shed some light for us. What are we in for this summer?
Well, this summer, there are some new buzzwords buzzing around, and they are vulturing, Uturning, and one of my faves is sneeding.
Hold up. Okay, what is sneeding? I just like saying that. And vulturing, we need more info on this. So let's start with sneeding.
All right, well, sneeding is basically going on a date for a free meal. So you are sneak eating. That is sneeding. You're going on a date for your dinner.
Stop sneeding, everyone. Or maybe you shouldn't. Okay, what about vulturing? What's that?
Vulturing has been happening for a very long time. It's when you are waiting around for that dying relationship, that vulnerable single is there, and you're going to swoop right in and claim them as yours.
Oh, that's sneaky. Okay, what about U-turning? What does that mean?
U-turning also happens a lot, so it basically implies that you go hot and heavy, love bomb, and think she or he is the one, and then all of a sudden you realize they are not the one, so you make a massive U-turn.
Oh, that's interesting, and I think that happens a lot. I think we've all had sort of a couple of those. So in your opinion, what trends are we going to be seeing a lot of this summer, Carmelia?
Well, one big trend that's happening right now is labeled hardballing. So hardballing is dating like a CEO. Now, so many singles that I work with are CEOs, entrepreneurs, they're busy professionals. They don't have time to waste with people that are not on the same page. So if you're gonna hardball like you do at work, you do the same in your dating life. You ask direct questions, you don't waste time, and you set strong boundaries. So this is hardballing in 2021.
Very interesting. So you're showing up at that date and you've got a checklist or like an application. You're going through the things. So, and you say
you are going through the
you're
things.
going through the things. Carmelia, you say not only is hardballing going to be major, but something called slow dating will be big, which sounds good to me. So can you elaborate more on that one?
Yes, actually, since the pandemic, slow dating has become the way people are dating. Previous to the pandemic, you could swipe left, right, and you will likely meet at a bar that night. Now, people are very cautious. They realize that relationships are crucial, so they're spending more time in meaningful conversation. In fact, a lot of dating apps are seeing an increase in messaging, in video dating, and longer time speaking to one another. So even my clients, they prefer to date one at a time instead of multi-dating. Especially in the pandemic, you want to be clear on who's in your bubble, so people are really taking it slow now.
I kind of like that, and that makes total sense. Tell me about this new trend called New Dawn Daters. Who are they?
Oh boy, well, as you know, in the pandemic, some relationships did not survive. The New Dawn Daters are those people that have come out of long-term relationships. And like the New Dawn, they're eager to start over. So they have a really, exciting time thinking about what's next for them.
Oh, that's kind of nice. All right. Okay, this last one sounds kind of fun. What is Astro Love?
Oh my goodness. So Bumble put out a report that when people put their astrological sign and they matched, they got 60% more matches just by matching based on astrological compatibility. So I'm an Aries. If I were wanting to match with my match, I'd be looking for a compatible fire sign. Now, I did some research. You are a Capricorn, so you would be best suited with a Taurus or a Scorpio. Did you know that?
I didn't know the Scorpio part. I didn't know I'd be well with the Scorpio. I knew for sure a Taurus. Tracy P is like my Taurus love match, but she's my friend.
But Capricorns are also great with Capricorns, and Aries are great with Aries. I was surprised about that because I can be a lot to deal with.
Yeah, I don't know about Capricorn and Capricorn either. Like, I don't need any more of me happening in my life, right? But I'm actually with an Aries. So is an Aries a fire sign?
Amazing.
Is Aries fire?
Aries is a fire sign. But where you can use that compatibility is really looking at your interests and your personality traits and figuring out how you can work well together.
It makes sense. So my son is a Taurus. We're the same sort of temperament. My husband is a fire. My daughter is a Leo. She's a fire. And they're like, you can see the fireworks in those too. So very interesting. Before I let you go, I want to ask you one thing about hardballing, because I know people need to get the job done and they don't have time to waste.
Yes.
Is there a wrong way to do hardballing though? Like if you show up and you're like bang, 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 can you give folks the right way to do it versus the wrong way? Because you don't want to alienate people either.
Yes, I mean, hardballing, as much as it's a hard term, it's really important that people date with intention. So long as you're asking the important questions, it's in your tonality, and it shouldn't feel like you're interviewing. So when it's peppered into organic conversation and you find a way that asks questions that are nice versus how much money do you make? Instead of doing that, you would say, so what are the things that you enjoy doing in your free time? What kind of vacations do you like to go to? So there's an implication that you get an idea of their finances, as an example. But you know, singles need to be mindful that dating takes time. So I think as long as your tone and you're not firing off, and it should feel like a ping pong conversation. You should not be firing off question after question and not allowing them to speak and interact with you.
Oh my gosh, I agree with that 100%. Thank you so much, Carmelia. I appreciate it.